Hello. Hi, welcome all. Oh, this is such an amazing day. Today we're going to talk about the best subject there is. The best subject there is. What is that? That is love. We're going to talk about the most sought after thing that people try to get money for, people work for, people do amazing things, write poetry for, everything is done for love. And if you think that there is anything more worthwhile or more precious than love, then, this is not true. Love is the best subject, the best, the most precious thing in the world, right? So we're live today. This is day 3 of our Align with Your Purpose live launch, and I can see people coming in, but I cannot see who you are, so please write something in the chat so I can see you, and so that I know that you're there. I can see the numbers coming up, but I cannot see who it is. Anyway, if you want, you can write something in the chat. You can just put an emoji or a heart or a hi or whatever you want to put. So, we can wait a few minutes for more people to enter. It's an amazing subject. I love this subject, Now you may ask, why is Evita Myriam talking about this? What has that got to do with arithmosophy? Well, if all I knew was arithmosophy and all my expertise were arithmosophy, we have to go clearly to our work, right? We have to be clear about it. We have to say, I'm esoteric arithmosophy is what Evita Myriam is all about. But I'm an arhatic yogi and a pranic healer, and I know energy. And our purpose is very much related to love. And my works, my life's work is to help people transform their lives. Transform their lives on every level. Because what is the point in knowing oneself, in knowing your purpose, if you cannot do it? So this is why, I'm a long process. I'm not a live launch seminar, but this is, I hope you're getting, something out of this and you're enjoying it. And I hope that you are profiting from it somehow. I want to be able to give as much as possible to people, to you. So let's begin by talking about, love as in falling in love. When we fall in love, and this is why it is called falling in love, what happens is that we fall. We are obsessed. You know that it's like an illness in a way. So sometimes when we get older, we think, if I knew then, when I was young, what I know now, I would have been amazing. I would have been a star. I would have married the right guy. I would have done this. I would have done that. So many people say this. I mean, if you don't say this, you're either an arhatic yogi, or you're a super happy human being, or you're in an amazing relationship, or you're very special. Most people say that. Most people say, if I knew when I was younger what I know now. We have to realize, first of all, that the reason why we're here is so that we make mistakes and that we learn, from our mistakes. Otherwise, there would be no reason, no point in being incarnated. We would just stay up there in the higher planes with our real deep friends and teachers, and we would serve humanity from afar. But we're here to learn, and we're here to love. Love is the purpose of this entire planet. Let's put it this way, at least planet. More than that, but just a second. I cannot see anything in the chat. Can you write in the chat? I know you're in. I can see the numbers of the people who are in. I would like you to write something in the chat. I don't know why I cannot see. Perhaps my tech support, my ground control can solve this for me. Anyway, so the typical thing is hi Atma, namaste. Hi, thank you, Gogo, for responding. Okay, so the typical thing that we we, we say is that if I knew then what I know now. But what we don't realize is that the right person for us is not going to choose us only for our appearance. He's going to choose us, or she is going to choose us, and we're going to choose them because of their soul, of something so much more than appearance. So when we're very young and we look fresh and beautiful and our body is amazing, or not amazing, but in any case, young flesh, young body has a different erotic value than an older body. Always, right? There's no way to compete with a young body. But this person who will want you for your young body and the stars in your eyes that in reality mean, I know nothing, I know nothing and I'm so so sweet. But this is true. This is true, right? I mean, all these stars in the eyes, this is not the real person. This is an old soul that has lived thousands of years and has been incarnated here and knows a lot. But this is like the phase that we go through in adolescence and later in life when we are or this coolness and sexiness, etc. This is all a game, right? We know that. So this has last a while, but it doesn't last forever, right? It doesn't last forever. What lasts forever is soul contact. If the person doesn't love you for who you really are, this is not going to last. It's going to be two facades falling in love with each other, or two people loving the way they look together, or loving their daily habits only, but there's no depth. So if you want to be loved and to love someone, first of all, you have to give love, right? And then you have to be loved for who you really are. So as time goes by, and as the facade grows a little bit, older, what you can see is the inside of the person. You can see, and you can see so many people. I don't know if you ever go to school reunions. I don't want to describe my school reunion. It was wonderful. I saw people that I love and I hadn't seen them in a long time. But some people I didn't recognize at all, Many of my classmates, they were changed. What does it mean to be, changed? Like not, it doesn't matter, okay, perhaps you would know, someone who knows me since I were 15 or 20 would not recognize me today. But my change is not such that I will become someone completely, else, someone unrecognizable. So I think some people, they close up and they just don't, they don't want to exchange love anymore. And they're imprisoned in their own status box, and this is self-limiting in reality. They can just break free whenever they want, but they don't. So this is how your companion, whom you would have chosen at 20, who looked amazing, may look today. Just look at your old friends and loves, men or women that you adored and you admired, and you said, wow, he's the top, the most sexy guy in the entire, in our milieu. And then you see this person, he looks like everything is, shrunk. Why? Because the facade was so strong that the heart did not have any role, it didn't play, it didn't work, it didn't love. It was all about the exterior. So we don't want that. That's why there are two terms for love, and one is eros, as you know, and the other is agape. Agape is love, more profound love, the love of two souls knowing each other and loving each other for who they really are. And eros is more, the little, the one that hits you and you don't know what happened to you after that. So, I went to the museum of the archaeology museum in Athens, and I saw the Egyptian collection, and I loved. I went to the shop straight away. I love to shop in museums, in museum shops. I just love antiques. Not antiques. I love ancient replicas. Anyway, so I went and I bought this. It's so cute. a Cupid, it's Eros in love, asleep. That's the title, Eros asleep. So when I was purchasing this at the counter a long time ago, um, I said, there was this girl there, and I said to her, this is wonderful. And the guy with her, they both agreed. They knew this. I didn't know this. It's funny. I have gone through so much experience in my life, and I didn't know that. They said, I said, how can I ever attract my life partner if I love this sculpture, but how am I ever going to attract my life partner if I buy an Eros in asleep, right? Because I'm an Arhatic yogi and I know Feng Shui, and I know that everything you do and everything you place in your home has a certain meaning and a power. And then they both turned around and said, oh, even better, even better. If Eros is in love, it's better. Asleep, it's even better. And then it struck me that, of course, because Eros is that thing that comes and hits you and you suffer for a few years, right? And if it's asleep, it means agape is, in order. So this is a good symbol for Eros being finally asleep, finally over, finally. What I'm seeking is not to fall in love, not to feel that madness, that is lack of satisfaction, permanent lack of satisfaction. Because when you're satisfied, it's over. That's how it is. That's how it is to be in love in a sexual way, sexual love. So this is true. And when we mature, we want something deeper. We want communication. We want, relationship. We want someone to really love us, to take care of us and to take care of them without feeling that we're giving too much. We want someone to look at us, not just our exterior, not someone who will love us if we run and who will run after us, right? So that's why, um, that's why people suffer because for love. That's why some people work all their lives to make money so that they feel that they deserve to be loved or that they can buy love. That's even worse, I mean, who wants to buy love? Why buy love? Love is something that it should be given to us. We should all feel worthy of having love, right? We are all worthy. So let me just tell you energy-wise what loving is, all right? First of all, I want to tell you that every human being knows what you feel at every moment. If you think of all of your friends one by one, they know. They know what you've been feeling. They know, you have a relationship. There's no one who doesn't feel how you feel about them. This is all felt. Perhaps it's felt in the subconscious, perhaps it's felt on other planes, but we all know. We all know who is who loves us truly, who is our friend, who is envious, who is jealous, who is respectful, who thinks of us more than perhaps we think of them. All these relationships we know. So in energy we are all one. So when we think of someone, what happens is that automatically our thoughts are transmitted to them energetically, always. And if they're good thoughts, they receive them, and sometimes the phone rings. Or if we remember something, I'm sure everyone has had this experience where the phone rings immediately the moment you think of someone. So, but also negative thoughts can be transmitted instantly as well, right? When you think negatively about someone, it happens that they retreat, they go away, they recede, they vanish from your life. So we have to be very, very conscious of the way we think about others and the way that we think about ourselves. It is very important to know that we are worthy of love, and it's very important to know that we can have exactly at any age the kind of love that we want. If we are 50 or 60 or 70 or 80, Okay, if you're 18, you're looking to fall in love, then good luck. You have not so much time before you realize that your purpose has changed. But but I think if you're 18, you want a companion, you want a life partner. It's okay. We're never too old. I mean, I'm almost 60, and I'm the new 45, you know. So 60 is the new 45. I know people who are 75 and they look, as young as I do, and they're not doing anything. They're just doing, meditation, and they eat healthy, and they're happy. If you're happy, you will always look young, young. I mean, you will vibrate young. It doesn't matter if you have wrinkles. And this, according to studies, all this cellulite horror that, women, they do so much. They don't love their bodies, and they don't date, and they don't go out, and they don't, they they don't even think about having a companion because they think that their body is not attractive. This is, according to studies, men do not care at all about this. It's like, what is cellulite? Oh, that orange thing. Oh, that? Oh, no, that's okay. I don't care. They don't care. They don't care at all. This, according to study, 98 or something percent of men asked whether they mind cellulite. They say no, it's normal. It's the skin. Because most women, they don't look like top models. They don't exercise all day. They're not on the peloton all day. We have to be realistic. It's good to have a good body. It's good to be healthy. It's more important than to have muscles, to have um, how do you call this? I don't know. Anyway, you know what I mean, these stomach muscles. It's more important to be healthy, healthy. And first of all, health comes in our mind. We have to love ourselves. We have to know our body and to love our body and to be accepting of it as a very beautiful temple of the divine. And, if we don't want to be having a relationship where we'll be humiliated and abused, but we want to have a relationship where we'll be respected, loved, supported, then we have to set our standards high, right? And only accept this kind of attention. I don't want to say negative things. I hate saying, I really don't like it. I just don't like the way that girls today, 12 years old, they go around and they do everything just to feel that they're cool. I don't like that. I mean, I was a young starter, but I don't like that idea either. I mean, people should have, okay, I understand they need this experience. Perhaps their soul needs this experience. They will change. For sure, they will change. But the thing is, now we're older and we don't have to compromise, right? No, but at the same time, we don't have to think, we don't have to idealize, right? You don't idealize, because if someone who is, we have to look for our compatible life partner, right? You cannot ask for someone who is like, I like your mom. It's like, okay, you have to be realistic, right? Um, and we have to be realistic. We have to go to our own level on every respect. Age wise, we have to be close. In age is not important, but we have to be sort of, if we're looking like 20 years younger people than us, we're in a different cycle. Unless it is really a soul attraction that is so powerful and it's not an Oedipal complex, then okay, of course. But we have to be realistic. Also, if you are chubby, etc., you're not looking at any girl, you're a man, you're not looking at any girl who is chubby, then you have a problem. You have to look at girls who are chubby as well, or else you have to lose weight. You cannot be looking at models only. We have to be realistic also about people's character. We cannot expect anyone to be perfect. And we cannot expect people not to make mistakes, not to be afraid, not to run. We have to make an effort. Relationship takes work, you know. So, you know, the thing is, most people, you know, they don't see what is happening. They don't have a right assessment of their relationship. So if you're in a relationship and you don't feel what the other person feels for you, you're not sure, that means that you're blinded by love. Or it means that um, perhaps it means, if you don't feel, that perhaps it means that something is wrong and you didn't want to acknowledge it. Now, most women are very intuitive and they know whatever is happening. And if they don't know, it means they don't want to know. So I assume that I'm talking to people who want to know what is happening. So first you have to assess your relationship status, right? I'm single, I'm alone, I'm lonely, or I'm single and happy, or I'm with someone but okay, or I'm with someone very happy, or I'm with someone it's amazing. Okay? For the it's amazing, you know, all I have to say, you're going to have an even more amazing relationship after, you know, today's small realizations. But to those who are single and happy, okay, those who are lonely obviously are not going out or are not liking themselves. But to those who are single and happy, they are imagining, they're placing obstacles in their own way. We have to remove all these obstacles from our path that are blocking us from accepting love and exchanging love. Because love is precious, we need it in our lives, right? Is there anyone who doesn't like love? If you are, please say so. Ah, you see? Everyone likes love. There's so many hearts in the chat. Okay, so let's go to the energy thing. So how do we send love, right? We send love just by thinking of the other person lovingly. Now, pranic healers, we have other techniques that we cannot share because you have to, you know, you have to be, um, you can send love by blessing the person, by putting your hands like this, connecting to your heart, and imagining that pink energy is coming out of your hands and going to the other person and bless, you know, making them pink with love. This you can do and send it from your heart, you know. This is an energy gift. So if you give this energy gift, you have to disconnect, you have to cut, like in front of you, in front of your stomach, especially because when we think of someone, we connect with them energetically. So this energy gift has to be released. You don't cut with the person, but you release the energy to the person. It's a gift. If you say, I bless you, you're so amazing, I love you, and you, may you be blessed with love, or I love you, you just send them your emotions. You know, you want to remind them. So you bless them with your emotions, and then you don't disconnect, you don't release this, then you're getting it back, and you feel amazing. But the other person doesn't get it. So if you want the other person to get it, you have to disconnect. This is one technique, how we send love. But we don't need to do that. We send love with every thought we make toward the other person. We can do that. And we have to also learn how to be receptive. We also have to receive. We also have to be able to accept. You know, when someone gives to you and you say, no, 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 this is a way of shutting the door to the other person, you know. When you give, you really like to give, right? Everyone loves to give. I want you to observe that you prefer giving than receiving. We all love to have amazing presents and giving them to other people and seeing their expression. So imagine if you go and you buy amazing presents and you wrap them in beautiful paper, and you make a super production of love and you give it to the other person. They say, no, 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 we don't want, thank you. You didn't have to do that. You didn't, oh, this is the most really enervating thing. When people say, no, no, you didn't have to. You didn't have to, but I did, and look, it's beautiful. Why not accept it? See how the person who gives feels when you say you didn't have to. We have to receive. If you don't know how to receive, you're not going to receive. This is how the universe works. However your aura is, and whatever you give, you're going to receive. This is the law. So if you want to change a relationship with someone, if you have a bad neighbor, you have a bad boss, you have someone you really don't like, and you start imagining your relationship with them getting better, imagining them smile, just that. Just if you cannot bear thinking of them, to think of them, just once or twice or three times, imagine them smile. Breathe, be happy, look up in the sky with optimism. And then your relationship with these people will change because they will receive this. It is that simple. So when you're in a relationship and you're constantly worrying whether the other person loves you, whether the other person likes you, whether you look beautiful or not, this is exactly what the other person is receiving. They know, right? Or when you're jealous, when you're in a relationship and suddenly after you are connected, you get this feeling that, oh my God, now we're going to go to a party or we're going to go somewhere and he's going to look at someone else and I'm going to suffer. So no, I'm not going into that. This exists, This is ridiculous. When two people meet and they kiss, that's it. This is the one they want. From there on, they're not looking at others. They're not thinking of others. Only if they feel insecure, they will look at others. This is the only way they will ever look around. If they feel insecure, not if they feel bored. It seems like they will if they feel bored, but that's not true. They will look around when you don't make them feel anymore that they are loved, that they are beautiful, that they are wonderful. When you feel insecure, and then instead of focusing on how amazing the other person is, you focus on how you feel like, do I look good enough? Did I do this well enough? Was it whatever, And then when you focus on yourself and you worry, then you stop giving to the other person. The other person immediately feels that they're not loved. They don't feel that you worry about yourself in the beginning. Then in a relationship that takes a long time, many years, what happens is suddenly, two people find that they are bored because there is no exchange anymore, because they feel insecure and they want to affirm themselves somewhere else. They want to find that, that they're worthy, that they're lovable from someone else. So you have to learn to send, to give. My advice is give as much as you can. Don't ever stop giving, and don't ever wonder, should I give too much to this person? Of course, if you're with someone who's not giving back to you, you can try once, twice, three times. Then if you see that this person is not receptive and it doesn't want to exchange love, what do you want with that person? Do you want to be with a narcissist? Do you want to be with someone who is treating you badly? You deserve to be loved. So you should, be with people who give back to you. And when you enter a relationship and there is this deep love and amazing attraction and communication, then what you need to do, if it goes a bit lower, the relationship, you allow for a pause, for a breather, not to go with other people, but you don't worry. Two people are traveling in parallel. They're never one. So as they travel in parallel, they're going to face, moments when they will have crises. We have 3 crises in each incarnation. 3 times, around 25, around 50, and around 70, 63. Well, these are approximate ages. So for each person it's different, but there are 3 main crises. So they're going to go through crisis and they will have to change. You will have to change also. If 2 people agree that they love this, and this is what we believe in, and we're going to hold on to this forever together, then this is going to break at one point. There's no way. You have to allow the other person to to change without panicking. And you have to make, clear from the start that we're going to change together. We're going to change in parallel because we have common interests, because we want the same things. So let's, unite our lives and change. And then if you enter, for example, spiritual things together, you're going to change beautifully together. Um, if you enter, uh, I don't know, something dark together, I don't want to think about what, but you're not going to be together forever, right? It's not going to work out. So, because dark energies are going to influence. What is dark? I mean, I don't know. There are some. Um, I don't want to think too negatively now. But for example, there are clubs where, for example, if your common passion is to go to the casino and play all the time, well, this is not going to make, it's, the energies in the casino are not lightful. They're full of greed, full of fear, full of worry, full of poverty consciousness, etc. So they're not going to affect your lower chakras in a good way, and your relationship is not going to profit from that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you should be in church together. No. I'm saying you should, spirituality is many things. Spirituality is about enjoying every day of your life, small daily rituals, and, you know, everything being beautiful and everything being like an offering, every life being art, making your life an art piece, an artwork. Anyway, so if what happens in a relationship that is, like a long time, you're a long time together, and there is some, you know, crisis, uh, perhaps there is some other person who is trying to interfere, or there is some there are some feelings of, you know, not being desirable anymore, whatever. The way to reconnect with a person is through giving them the first look you ever gave them when you met. Find that look. Remember that look. And when you remember that look, you can just sit and meditate on that. And remember, what was the first look you exchanged? And just go and give this person that look. Do it once, twice, three times. A master said this to us. It's amazing. A master not of relationships, of pranic healing. So, also, since we're on the subject of love, I have to tell you that when two people meet, I will tell you why people break up. When two people meet, what happens is that, and they like each other and they love each other and they're in love, they're not just uh, using one another to affirm their ego, but they really like each other and they have a chance, no matter how afraid they are. What happens is at one point, one of them panics and blocks and goes a bit backwards. Now the other one must go and retrieve that person. He's the caretaker, the other one, the more secure one, goes and slowly brings them back. And when they go back, they go a bit closer, right? So the other person brings them with understanding and with love and with charm and with whatever they can do it, right? But in any case, they bring them back. But what happens and why people break up is that after some time, when the relationship is really going to be, bonding big, big time, what happens is the other person, the caretaker now, panics and blocks. Something happens, life presents it, the subconscious creates it, and suddenly they want to break up. And then the other person cannot imagine that this is a fear-based mechanism. And they give up because this is the caretaker who has brought them back, the person who's been constant there, So they can, when this person gives up, then the other person feels that there's no chance and they leave. if that person found the strength to be now the pillar of this relationship and bring the person back, then they would go even closer, and they would both have done the difficult act of making an effort for their relationship to stay together. And then their relationship would be much more solid and would have huge possibilities of being a lifelong partnership, where that would be really a beautiful partnership, you know. Because we will all have fears. No one is, completely secure and open and ready to open up everything, right? So this is how we transform a relationship, by the first look, and of course we have to make an effort for the other. Also, I want to just tell you that some people are in very good relationships, but they're saying that, yeah, I'm in such a good relationship, but there is something missing. It's not perfect. But if you are in a good relationship and you're exchanging love with this person, you cannot exchange everything with one person. If you want someone with whom you will have perfect, communication, perfect, ideology, identification, completely the same way of thinking, completely. Then these are your friends, you know, your friends are for that. But your life partner may be a friend, but you may share other things. You may share, you know, uh, how do you, how do you say that? You may share this strength that you get from this person. You may get strength. There may be a person who makes you stronger, who admires you. It's okay if you don't think they're as intelligent, as educated, as prosperous, as whatever as you are. If they love you and they support you all the time, then and you have a good sexual relationship with them, then great. Why not? Also, I wanted to say something about sex. Sex, of course, is very important in a relationship. Although I have known platonic relationships that have been amazing and very mysterious and beautiful and amazing and lasting for decades. But many people don't have a relationship because they feel that their body is not good enough, as we said earlier. So let's do now a little breathing to have to remove this, because your body is perfect as it is. Your home is perfect as it is. Your life is perfect as it is. Now is the right time to meet someone, unless you're in the wrong feng shui cycle. We cannot talk about this today, but tomorrow we will talk about timing and business, So, and everything is fine, everything is perfect, and everything is, ready for you, if you're single, to have an amazing companion or to have an amazing relationship with whom you are. But you just have to believe that there is not even one cell in your body that is unattractive. You cannot find parts of your body unattractive. It's like self-mutilation, like self-abuse. You have to love your body. When you're alone, hug yourselves with love, with a lot of love in your hands. Our body must be loved at least by ourselves, right? So if you feel that you're, not sexy, if you feel that you're not attractive anymore, if you feel that you're old, if you feel that you need to have a PhD in order to have a life partner who's worthwhile, this is not true, really not true. So let us do a little breathing exercise. Let's breathe 3 times and then we will do something else. So let us breathe in peace to every cell of our bodies. Hold And exhale, stress. Let's inhale love to every cell of our bodies. And exhale anger. Let's breathe in self-acceptance, self-appreciation to every cell of our body. Hold and exhale self-hatred, self-loathing. You know, all autoimmune disease is because of self-loathing. If you don't love yourself, then you're in danger, physical danger. You have to love yourself. So now let us imagine that above our head there is a sun, a radiant sun, and that sun is slowly pouring white light into our head and filling us up slowly. And as it enters our head and enters our brain, our ears, our eyes, our nose, our mouth, our chin, our skull, our hair, it's filling up with white, luminous, liquid light our head, and every little shadow, every little gray shadow in our entire head is disintegrated and is coming out like a puffed up little cloud of smoke, and it's disintegrated and is replaced by liquid, bright white light. And our head is completely luminous, and no thought in our brain, in our head, on our lips, on our face remains that is unattractive. We are attractive. There is nothing at all that is unattractive. Whatever thought exists in our heads, on our face, on our hair, in our brain, that we are less attractive, less ready to know love, is now disintegrated. And now this white light moves further down and fills up our throat. Fills up our throat and goes down our throat and neck and fills our throat, and our expression is healed. We are loving. We are giving. We know how to give love. And then the light goes down lower and fills our shoulders, and it disintegrates all burdens from our shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Then the white light fills up our arms, our elbows, our hands, our fingers, our armpits, our back, our sternum, our torso, our heart, our lungs, our spine, our organs, pancreas, liver, spleen, gallbladder, and then it goes lower, kidneys. It fills up our abdomen, our buttocks, our reproductive organs, our urinary organs. It goes down and disintegrates all shadows, insecurities, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-love, lack of self-appreciation, lack of self-confidence. It disintegrates all, and our body is white and luminous as it moves in our thighs, and it fills up our thighs. It fills up our knees. It goes down our calves. It goes into our feet, toes, and from there it goes deep into the earth. And as it blesses the earth, deep, deep into the core, and we are grounded, it blesses the earth with love. We are grounded, and all impurities are poured into the earth and transmuted into love. So I want you to take a deep, slow breath, hold, and exhale. And now I want you to find yourself at a chair with your eyes closed, where you were in yesterday's visualization, and your life partner came from behind and hugged you. If you don't have a life partner, I want you to imagine how happy he is for you, that he has you or that she has you. How blessed, how grateful. I want you now to visualize how your relationship is. Is it a deep, profound relationship of agape, of love? Is it your support system, your friend, your life partner, someone who will always be there for you? Just feel his embrace or her embrace. Feel that and know exactly what you want from someone else. Know exactly the feelings you want to feel. And inhale those feelings in every cell of your body to store them into your system. Hold and exhale. Inhale your inner self-confidence to every cell of your body. Hold. Exhale all lack of self-esteem. Inhale joy and happiness and awareness that now is the time. Hold and exhale sadness, doubt, and fear. Smile and open your eyes slowly. I hope that you enjoyed this short visualization, and I hope that you will practice in your daily lives positive visualizations, and that you will know how to attract that which you want by giving it time, giving a little pause and absorbing the energies into your body, exhaling whatever you don't want, and feeling the feelings that you want to have. This creates a powerful thought form that is going to battle all negative energies and that is going to bring into your life exactly what you need. So this is it for today. Tomorrow we're going to talk about timing and business. business feng shui, and whatever you need in order to succeed. And in order to succeed, not only in business, but in your home, in your office, etc. And let's meet tomorrow. It's at the same time. And tomorrow, I will give you a link tomorrow when you can reserve a 15-minute free strategizing consultation if you want with me, so we can talk in private, because all my services are in private always, most of them. I have my mystery school of Arithmosophy, but other than that, my services are and my programs are private. So you can have a free 15-minute strategizing consultation with me, and I will give you the link tomorrow so you can reserve. So thank you for watching. Namaste. Have a